session, we learned about the head section. In head section, what are the elements we learned? We have learned how to design a title and how do we use a link. In link, we learned how to keep a shortcut icon, right? All of you tried it? Have you tried that? Shortcut icons, favorite icons, able to achieve? So one problem will come if you are using old machines. So when you are using old machines, one problem will come. Some browsers don't support favorite icons. Some browsers don't support favorite icons. So change browser and test. That means copy that URL and go to another browser and paste it. Because some browsers don't have the ability to show the favorite icons. They will have their own logos. So title will be working, favorite icon will not be working. That is the reason. So one reason is either you given the path wrong or file is not properly designed. Either second, the browser is not supporting. You have to check both of them, right? And after that, we learned one more option. What is it? Meta. Meta is used to make the page more search engine friendly, SEO friendly. And in Meta, we learned about how to define character set. And in Meta, we learned how to define how we can use the keywords. And one more we learned about the description. So Meta character set, keywords, description. Already I told you, Meta is not only the option for SEO. In SEO, lot of things will be there. In that, Meta plays one key role. Another, we have learned Meta character set, keywords and description are written in a different way. Actually, we have attribute like name is equal to keywords. Similarly, name is equal to description. And what keywords you have to define by using content. Content is equal to what are the values for it. We have to define that here. So character set, keywords, description. Others in Meta not required currently. One more important option you can use in Meta is HTTP EQV. Meta have one more very important option, HTTP EQV. HTTP EQV is used for handling, that means request, we call as request headers. It is used for mentioning request headers. Lot of request headers will be there. Out of that, one we will see today. Others you will learn in JavaScript, jQuery like options. Actually, request header is nothing but it will tell how and when the page have to respond. Request header will tell how and when the page have to respond. In that, so many details will be there. For example, one example I will show you. Suppose we have a website like Cricinfo. So we have a website like Cricinfo. In this Cricinfo website, you can see here any cricket match is going on, any match is going on. What happens is you can so go to that location and see. You will watch here one simple option like every few seconds the page will be refreshing. Ball by ball the page will be refreshing and details like scorecard will be updated, commentary will be updated, some comments are updated. Every few seconds the page have to reload. Every few seconds it should reload. There are so many techniques for doing that, and HTTP is one of the technique. That means by using HTTP EQ, we can do that. News website, stock market websites, sports related websites, I will show you. Let's go to our project here. Full stack web application, and here in the index page, I am writing another option, Meta HTTP EQ. HTTP EQV. So HTTP EQV is equal to, we have to use an option called refresh. HTTP EQV, Meta name HTTP EQV. So here we have to write meta name is equal to HTTP eqv. So here we have to define content is equal to how many seconds? 4 seconds. That content is nothing but time in seconds. That means how many seconds, every how many seconds it should refresh. So meta name is equal to HTTP eqv. But you should have such content actually. I will run this now. Open with live server. Currently our page is not having any content. Our page is not having any content. So, but very important is HTTP eqv will refresh your page every few seconds and will send the new content into it. So actually there are so many ways. HTTP eqv is written like this. HTTP eqv is equal to refresh. We have to tell. There are so many techniques of writing. As of now, this is correct. This is the correct way. That means what you have to do, HTTP eqv, what it is, refresh, and how many seconds, content every 4 seconds. You see now, we don't have information, but we can see that. You see in this browser, observe the refresh page. Observe that refresh button here. You can see this refresh button. It is reloading every few seconds. Every 4 seconds, the page is reloading. Every 4 seconds, the page is reloading. So that means every 4 seconds, we send some new details into the page, which will update and show it. There are so many techniques. It's not like if I have to refresh, I have to use HTTP. Generally, sometimes when you observe that Cricinfo website, what happens is here you can see at the scorecard is there. A small box scorecard is there. Sometimes what happens, only that scorecard is refreshing, not entire page. If you write in HTTP eqv, then what will happen? Entire page will refresh. But entire page refreshing is not good if situation is only in a box we want. That means entire page refreshing should happen if you have to change a lot of details. Like I need to change score, I need to change the commentary, I need to change the comments, then you have to refresh the entire page. But only that box is refreshed. In that case, generally, in real-time projects, what we do is, if we want only this area, to reload, then generally for that we use a concept. So generally for that we use a concept. Here we use a concept. For this we implement a concept called AJAX. We use AJAX. That means there are 2 techniques actually. Either you want entire page to refresh and come with new details, or refresh only a portion of the page. If you want to refresh only a portion of page, then we have to use this AJAX technique that you will learn in JavaScript, jQuery. You will learn about that AJAX. That means AJAX is nothing but asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So AJAX is used for handling partial postbacks, so which you will detailedly learn in JavaScript and jQuery. So 2 points are there. If it is refreshing and getting the new details, don't think that everything is with HTTP eqv. It depends on the requirements. Sometimes it will be by using AJAX, or sometimes by using the HTTP eqv. So we have this HTTP eqv to refresh. Syntactically, how do you write? Meta HTTP eqv is equal to refresh, and content is equal to how many seconds you want. So some 4 or 5 seconds here. So this 4 is equal to 4 seconds. Seconds. You can define that you have, if you want in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you have to calculate that number in seconds and you have to give that in seconds. So that is generally how we define and configure the character set and the HTTP eqv. Meta have these important options. Next, another important in Meta, to make the page responsive, actually Meta have another important option that is called Meta Viewport. Meta Viewport. We have another point that is Meta Viewport. Actually, currently you will learn only a specific part. Later you have to learn so many other things. So later you need to understand the other concepts. So Meta Viewport is nothing but, actually it is used for designing responsive page. That means it makes the page responsive. So it is one of the option. It is one of the option for making page responsive. That means don't think that only this option will make responsive. For making the page responsive, so many things are required. And Meta provides one option out of that. That means Meta is not only the option for making responsive. Meta provides one of the option for making responsive. What is meant by responsive? Responsive means page will fit content according to device width. Page will fit the content according to device width. Device width means you are watching on a laptop screen, you are watching on a mobile, you are watching on a tab, and you are adjusting your window width and height. So according to the window width and height, it will adjust the content. So, but only Meta is not enough for that. You have to use a lot of other options also. Meta provides one option out of several. So technically, Meta is used for making the page little bit responsive, but not completely responsive, because several other options are involved in it. So for that, what we have to write actually is, initially we need to write in this way. We need to configure in this way. I will remove refresh, otherwise it will refresh every 4 seconds. So Meta name is equal to, we have to write viewport. Meta name is equal to viewport. And Meta content is equal to, width is equal to device width. Width is equal to device width. Initial scale is equal to 1.0. That is how we define. Initial scale 1.0, or people also give as just 1, that is enough. That means this is the option used for making the content little responsive. So syntactically, you have to write in this way. Meta name is viewport, and Meta content. In the Meta content, width is equal to device width, and initial scale is equal to 1. What is this? Nothing but, actually width is equal to device width. That means it will fit content. According to browser window width. According to the browser window width, it is going to fit the content. According to the browser window width. Another, initial scale is equal to 1. This indicates that, so initial font size, that means initial size of content. Size of content will be 100%. That means it will be actual size. This 100% indicates that its size is the actual size. So these two are very important to define, But for making the page responsive work for different devices, you need lot of other options which you will learn in CSS. In CSS, you will learn about the other options. Initially, this is one option you need to understand. For example, see how we configure it. Suppose to test this temporarily in the page, let's go to the page and we already defined it here. Suppose in the page we have a body section. Temporarily in the body section, I am keeping some paragraph information. In the body section, I am keeping some paragraph information. And you can see some paragraphs information is there. And now I given the width, device width, initial scale, and you can see that this is how the content looks like. And when you are actually adjusting the window width, that means window width, you can see that the content will fit accordingly. When you are adjusting the window width, the content will fit accordingly. It is related to device width. Usually when you adjust the width, what happens? Horizontal scroll bar will come. You have to move left and right and watch the content. That is difficult for various devices like mobiles. But remember, this is not only the option. Several other options are required to make the page responsive. Meta is one of the option for making responsive. And it is using this for making responsive. So this is just an option to configure in your Meta. So these are all the options required for Meta as of now. Meta related some more options you will come across when you are learning other options in web development. Initially, these are enough. So finally, in the Meta, what you have learnt. So in Meta, we have discussed about character set, Meta about keywords, Meta about description, Meta about HTTP equiv, and Meta about viewport. These are the basic things we have seen in Meta. Meta has a lot of other options not required currently. These are enough in the beginning level. Okay. Now in head section, you have seen how to define a title, how to define a link, and how to define meta. In the head section, you have two more options, style and script. But these are not required as of now, because for that you have to learn CSS and JavaScript. Just one point I will give you here. So what is that style? The point is the style element is used to embed styles into page. That is for style. It generally uses the tag style. It uses the style tag. And the script is it is used to embed scripts into page. So it will be like script. And we don't need to learn about these as of now, because for that you should have knowledge of styles and scripts. So, but in the head section, you will see them regularly. The purpose of these you will learn later, not now. So technically we use them for embedding the styles and embedding the scripts into the page. So in the head section, you have these title, link, meta, style, and scripts. So this is one portion in the document scope. In document scope, you have two sections. One is head. Now the second one is body section. So what is the purpose of body section? Body section is nothing but body section contains information to display in browser workspace. Body section contains information to display in browser workspace. Browser workspace, for example, you see browser workspace is nothing but, for example, you are currently, I am using Notepad. In this Notepad, actually, when I am using this Notepad, at the top, that is called title bar. And after that, you have this one. This is called, we call this as menu bar. File, edit, format options are there. And this white space is called workspace. That white space is called workspace, where you are typing your content, where you are designing the content. This is called workspace. Browser also same. Browser have a title bar, menu bar. Browser have an address bar, and browser have workspace. And anything you want to display in browser workspace, then you have to design that in the body section. So body section contains information. Body section contains information to display in the workspace. So initially, this is the body section. Let me keep temporarily. Okay, this is the body section. After the head, we are designing body. And body section contains information to show inside the page. So that means, so welcome to HTML. This is what I am writing, welcome to HTML. And you can see that contains here, welcome to HTML. Whatever you are trying to display in the document, and that information is present inside this body section. But body section have lot of important attributes. Those you have to understand. So body section will display in the browser workspace. What are the attributes for body section? Body section usually contains lot of attributes. Body section related attributes. What are attributes? Let's see. First, important body section related attributes. So we have attribute BG color. BG color. Actually, it sets a background color. Background color. BG color sets a background color. How to give the colors and combinations, basic points we will discuss, right? So here, another important text, it sets text color. It sets text color. These two, the first basic attributes. So many attributes are present, we will see them. I already told you that generally we call them attributes, not properties, right? So in the body section, so you have BG color attribute, and it can be some red, and the text, it can be some white. Like this, you can define the color. It will apply color to entire body section. Currently, we are learning for body section. That means entire page background will be red and text color will be white. Body, background color and text color. As of now, I will give you some more points here, important things. See, suppose I will display some paragraphs also here. Some paragraphs information is present here. Lot of paragraphs information is here. And you can see, okay, let's keep like this. Now this is all the information I am having here. This is the information I am having. Now I will put here in the body section, in the body tag, we have to use attribute. One is BG color. BG color, I given some yellow, that is the background color. And you can see the background color is yellow. Text color, then we have to keep that by using text. Text as suppose some red. And you can see the text color changes to red. We can give background color and foreground color. Now, very important is in HTML colors, you can define color in two ways. Using color name. You can define using color name, or you can define by using hexadecimal code. hexadecimal code. Decimal code. Colors can be defined by using color name or hexadecimal code in HTML. In CSS, so many more will come. In CSS, so many more will come. As of now, in HTML, you can give colors in two ways. You can give color name. Color name you can give, like, how do you define the color name? Color name is simple. So that means you have to define body BG color is equal to color name as what? Red. That is the color name you are giving. But actually, color names like this, you have only limited names. A computer can display millions of colors. A computer have the ability to display millions of colors, right? Millions of colors. So many color shades are there. Then millions of names are not there. Millions of names are not there. Names are not there. Millions of colors are there, but names are not there for all those colors. Then you have to access them by using hexacode. Hexadecimal code. How hexadecimal code is written, I will tell you. See, hexacode is written by using a hash. And 6-character code. Hash and 6-character code. First 2 characters for red, second 2 characters for green, last 2 characters for blue. Because all colors in computer technologies are mixed with red, green, blue only. R stands for red, G stands for green, and RGB we call this as. B stands for blue, red, green, blue. And there can be 6-character code or there can be 3-character code. That means hash RGB. With 3-character code, you will get limited colors. With 6-character code, you can get more colors. So you can use color codes. But very important, I just given RRGGBB, that is indicating that red value, green value, blue value. And very important is, in hexacode, color value will be from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and A, B, C, D, E, F. So from 0 to F, that means you can see it color code will be 0 to F, will be this 0 to F. I will show you. Color value will be 0 to F. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 and A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is F. For example, you see 0 is dark and F is light. That means from 0 to F, you are moving towards light, darker to lighter. 0 is very dark and darker to light. That means now see here, we have to write like this. Hash. After that 0, 0. So I given as suppose F. Now what is the color? That means bright light means full color. Darker means black, towards the black. What is the color now? First value is for whom? 0. First 0 is, see there, man. Hexacode is given with red, green, blue, na? First place is for red, second is for green, third is for blue. Then what happened here? So that means red is 0, green is 0 and blue is full. That means F. This is blue place, na? This is blue place. Red, green are 0. 0 means they are completely set to black. If they are completely set to black, only one color will be displayed. What is that color? Blue. That means here we have to define in this way. Background color. So background color. Here I am giving hash 00F. 00F. Text color I will keep it as white temporarily. You can use combination both. You see now the background will be blue. So what is the code for red color? What is the code for red color? So first one F00, right? So that is the first one is yes, F00, right? So this is the first one is for that character. You see it will get that red. Now very important is I am changing this F to D. D00. It is red only, little bit dark. Right, little bit darker. Then after that I will give as so E, C or E, C, and you can see little bit darker red. And I am going here as A, that means more darker red. And I am going with here as 9. After A, 9, 987 until 0. That means it will be more darker. And it is 0. Full dark, that means all is black, right? Then if I give an F, all are bright. All are bright means it will get white, right? It will get that white color. If all are bright, it will get that. Suppose I given this as D, then little bit change. That means you are decreasing the green shade because the center one is defined. That means here I define 0. Then it will be like this. You can mix a lot of color shades here by using the combination. But up to this, you can get only up to certain limit. More shades you want. If you want more shades, then you can write like this. 2 values for red, 2 values for green, 2 values for blue. Understood? That means currently it is red color. It is red color only. But I want here the second value FD. FD means in that red color little bit light shade, very light, very small light, it will decrease because now you have 2 values for that. 2 values for that, very light. That means gradually you can increase and you can see I am writing some code FD like this code I am writing, and you can see a different mix-up code will come here. And if I use some combination characters, you can get that. You can get that. Suppose I am using some combination characters, it will be like this. And these are all values because all are bright. Na? Only one D will not make a difference there. So 00, I am giving 00, then it will be like this. Green, blue combination shades. That means what is advantage of 6 digits? So 6 characters. Advantage of 6 characters, you can get more shades. But if you are looking for normal shades, then 3 character code is good. Because in general programming, when you are writing codes, as much less you write, that is better for performance. We don't write lengthy names, lengthy codes, right? That means, for example, if I have to apply red color, generally, if I have to apply the red color hash that I am using, so what is it? F00. Instead of this, writing the word red is better. Why? Because here with the 3 characters only you are getting that color. Here you have to write 4 characters. That means a programmer will blindly will not write the codes. He will write only the code when it makes it short. Right? If the color name is good, better use color name. Because if color name is shorter than the code, use that name. So because in programming we need to reduce this. Actually later you will learn that concept. We call that concept as minification. Minification. Minification is a technique where we compress our code. We compress our code. Later you will see that. For example, I will show you here a small website. This is a website. You see here in this website, I am writing some heading. This is a small website, and here I am writing some code. And here I am writing some code, color. You see here, in this I am writing some code. This is the code I am writing, and I am writing color as green. I am writing color as green. After writing this, I click the button minify, and you see the code here. So the color is green only. The color is green only. Suppose I given here a larger color name. Suppose I said some dark cyan, so color name, and I click on minify. When I click on minify, you can see it gets the code for it. It changes into the code. Every time it will not change to code, because code is not great every time, because word is enough, word is shorter. These are softwares which are used for minifications, compressing our code. Later you will learn about them, how we can compress the codes, right? That is the reason in HTML, two options are there. Either you use hexacode or you use the color name. For colors, lot of other things are there, but in HTML, they are not supported. Actually, for colors, we have RGB, we have like RGBA, we have like HSL, HSL, so many are there. So that we cannot apply now. In HTML not supported, in CSS supported, styles supported. So in HTML only two options are for colors. So what are the two options for colors? Color name and hexacode. So here hexacode, I will give here hash. It can be 3 characters code, RGB. So that is 3 characters. And hash RGGBB. This is 6 characters. Means excluding that hash. Excluding hash. And red value will be 0, 0, red, green, blue. All the 3 values. Red, green, blue values will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And A, B, C, D, E, F. These are the values. So example, we have to define like this. So body, so BG color is equal to hash F00. This will put red color. This will put the red color. So that is how we are configuring. And the body text is equal to, so hash FFF. This will put the white color. So we can write both. I just written separately, right? Body color and text color combination we have to handle and display. So whenever you are giving the colors in HTML, it will be with color name or it will be with color code, hexacode. Okay. So this is the 2 attributes, text color and BG color. Another important attribute, we have background. It sets a background image. It sets a background image for page. It sets a background image for page. Remember, you can set only image. You cannot control that image. That problem is there. Controlling image we have to do with CSS. We can just put that image. We can't control that image, right? So how to control that image with CSS you will learn. As of now, you see, background sets a background image, background picture. For that, what you do is, suppose you see websites like, I will give you a website, Netflix. Oh, so Netflix. This is Netflix. You see background, they have a picture. The Netflix website background, it is having a picture, but it is not bright. You cannot make it dark like that. For that, we have to use lot of combinations. Actually, This is background, one image is there. How to put a background image? See, to put a background image, first copy the image into your project folder. Yesterday I told you we will maintain a separate folder. What is it? Assets. In assets folder, I will copy some image. In my computer, I am having some image. So shopping, yep. I'm having some image. I will copy that. Okay, this is some Netflix background image is there. Netflix back. Okay. I will copy that image here, paste it. This is an image, JPG file. Okay. So I need to keep that in my background, body background. That means here I have to remove this BG color now, because generally BG color will dominate, background image will dominate the BG color, background color. So we have to use background. BG color sets a background color, background will set a background image. You have to write the path where it is present in assets folder. In assets folder, yesterday we learned. In that, what is it? Netflix JPG file, Netflix back JPG file. Okay, I will save this now. And you can see now that is there in the background. It is there in the background. Now we have that image in the background, image in the background. For example, suppose I will remove this paragraph here, and here I will put, so just like Netflix, something like this. You have that. It is there in the background. But remember, controlling this background picture is not under HTML. We have to do that by using styles. That means, for example, background image is there. This is the original size it is looking like. Adjusting the image, sometimes you take small image. When you take a small image, it will tile that image. It will tile that image. For example, you see, I am using some image called, so another small image I will take here. Into that assets folder, I will copy some other image from my projects. I will copy some other images, like a small image, like some shoe. I will copy that shoe image, and here I will put that here. So that means instead of Netflix back, I am just using here shoe.jpg. And you can see that looks like this. That means it will tile that image. If it is even shorter, then it will tile more. It will tile more. How to set it correctly in the center, stretch it, all such things we can't do in HTML. We have to do that by using CSS. How to implement CSS and control this type of effects, I will tell you in the next sessions. We will not wait up to CSS topic. In between of HTML itself, we will start using CSS, so that it will have good experience in understanding the concept and presenting in a correct way. So as of now, you just know about that property, that we can put a background picture. How to control it, we will see later. I am using Netflix back. It will get a background picture. How to keep it center, stretch, small, darker, all such things requires knowledge of CSS. HTML will not provide any option for making it darker, lighter, or center, stretched like things. You can just put a picture. So we have to just use this option. What is it? Body, background. Background is equal to some image, assets slash. I given Netflix back dot JPG. That's how we have to define. Text color, according to your background image, you can keep it. You can keep the text color and define according to the background image. You have background. So background is one attribute. Next important, another important attribute in the body section. The body section contains attributes like align. So it is nothing but it aligns the content. It aligns the content left, center, right, or justify. Justify is used to reduce the raggedness of right edge in a paragraph. Paragraph right side raggedness will be reduced by using this justify alignment. I hope you people know justify alignment in MS Word, right? It will reduce the right side raggedness, unevenness, and it will keep the paragraphs so as a block. That you have to define just by using body align. Align is equal to, so you can put center, or you can put as justify like that. Align is equal to justify. Justify. You can configure the alignment in this way. So that keeps the content center aligned. So justify aligned like this. So if you are keeping any paragraph content and any content, you can keep that alignment in the center. This is for entire body. That means it will apply for every content present inside the body section. So let's see. So here I am giving another attribute. So that is align. Align is equal to center. I'm giving align equal to center. You see that Netflix heading will be in center. That Netflix heading that is in center. Not only that, entire paragraphs, whatever paragraphs you give here, suppose we have some paragraphs information. Let me copy some paragraphs information. I will copy this paragraph and paste in that body section. Okay, and 2-3 paragraphs, and you can see the paragraphs aligned to center. Now I want justify. That means you can just keep the alignment to what? Justify. Alignment to justify. Then it will keep the justified align. Justify alignment right side unevenness it will reduce. Let me remove this background color, text white and all. Background images and all. I am temporarily removing it so that you can see it clean. Justified. So justified is an alignment which can keep you the content blocked, right? Next important in the attributes, we have left margin, right margin, top margin, and bottom margin. These are attributes. So you cannot have spaces and all. You have to write in a continuous word, right? Left margin, right margin, top margin, bottom margin. These are the margins given for, these are the margins defined for content. Margins defined for the content. So you have left, right, top, bottom margins. So generally margins are configured by using this. So margin is nothing but distance between the content and the border. For example, you see here, currently the content is exactly starting from the border here. So we can just put the margins in this way. Anything you want, I can keep here. So margin left is. Now this is very important. So here some key points you need to understand. Yesterday I already told you. To give margins, you have to remember one point. Yesterday already I told you what is the maximum, what is maximum width of page. How many pixels it can be? 1200 pixels. 1200 pixels, that is the maximum width. And when you are having the page maximum width 1200 pixels, that's what I told you. 1200 pixel is the maximum width. 1200 pixels, yes, 1200 pixel is the maximum width. That means now when you set margin, remember content should be minimum 500 pixels. That means 500 pixels you have to leave for content. Margins you have to keep within that. That means in between, how many pixels you have to leave for content? 500. Make sure that your content is within 500 because 500 is correct suitable for mobile screens. That means if you are going onto the device like maximum mobile, then 500 is required for content. That means now how much left and right margins we can give? How much left and right margins we can give? Left margin I can give, suppose I given, suppose 300, and right margin I given as 300. So that means how much? 600. And in between how much is there? 500. That means how much? Total how much? 1100. That means now left and right maximum how much we can adjust. If center should be this, that means you can give left how many pixels? 250 pixels. Right how many pixels? So 250 pixels. Or you can give up to maximum how much? 350. 350. Okay now? Left and right maximum you can give 350. You can give more also, but that's not good for devices. You can give more, but that's not good for devices. For example, if I give left margin is equal to 1200, what will happen? It cannot show anything. One line will come. Only one column will come. It cannot show anything properly because page width is 1200. You are saying margin left 1200. Then where is the space for content? That means you have to keep accordingly. So make sure that left margin, right margin are not more than 350. You can give more than 350 also, but not recommended according to the standards of the page. So what you do now? I am giving left margin left as, so actually this is not margin left. We have to write as left margin, left margin. Left margin how much? So left margin how much? Right margin how much? Left margin I given 100 and right margin also I given as 100. Similarly, top margin I given as 50 pixels, top 50. And bottom margin I given as, so this is also 50. It's not mandatory that you should give even your wish. You can give anything. Now you see here, it will get that space correctly. So don't think that bottom is more than 50. Why? Because there is no content bottom. If there is content bottom, you can see that. That means suppose I put some more paragraphs here. Some more paragraphs of information I am copying here. Some more paragraphs information I copied here. Now you can see bottom will be 50 only. Bottom will be 50. When I scroll that, it will adjust that here. The margins can be set left margin, right margin, top margin and bottom. If you don't define the margin, the content will be up to the borders, You can adjust that. That you can simply define by using this. And make sure that you are not giving margins so very huge. Suppose left margin 1200. Left margin 1200. You don't have a content to show here. That is the maximum page width. The maximum page width. That's not good. That is the reason you have to make sure that the margins are within that range I have mentioned. And make sure that at least 500 pixels are there for your content. Because that is the correct fit for your mobile device. So this is based on margins. So syntactically how you can define? So body left margin is equal to some 350 I can give. Right margin I given as 350. And the top margin I given as some 50. And bottom margin I given as 50. Like this we have to define the margins. So depending on your requirement how you want to display the content. So body section contains the margins. Left, right, top and bottom margins. These are all attributes of body tag. These are all attributes of body tag. And one more important, we have another attribute, A link and V link. It sets color for active link and it sets color for visited link. visited link, color for active link and visited link. But this you cannot practice because for that you need to know links concept. When you know links, you can handle that. I will just show you it roughly. You just observe it. You don't need to practice that. Why? Because for that you need to learn links, right? So later when you learn links, you will learn more about these two attributes. Initially we have these two. For example, so generally color for the links, you see in the body section, I am having some content. Suppose in the body section, I am displaying some links. Usually in HTML, we create links by using, so Amazon.in. So shopping, Amazon shopping. Actually, this is a hyperlink. Don't worry about that code. Just observe the concept. Another href is http://www.microsoft.com, and here we have Microsoft. And okay, you see in this page, actually, I am having two links are there. You see two links are there. But colors are different. Actually, anybody who is working with internet, he knows the meaning of these colors. Because general regular internet people know this, that Amazon shopping in that purple color, because it says that already this page is visited in this browser. That means in this browser, somebody visited this page already. If you already visited color will be different. And dark blue color indicates that it's not yet visited. In this browser, they haven't visited this. Because if you clean history, again, it will be dark blue only, right? But so observe here, visited color is different. Visited color is different. You can change the color for visited. You have to use vlink. Vlink is equal to, I say gray. Then you can see that visited link color will be gray. Visited link color you can change. You can put any color you want. Visited link color I will keep as some yellow. So, and you can see visited link color is yellow. So that means visited link color you can change. Suppose I will put gray. Remember, normal link color you cannot change now. You can change later. Now you cannot change because here we have colors for only two. Visited color, active color. Active color is nothing but, see, active link is nothing but a link. A link is active color I given red. See. This is not active. Active means when I go onto the link mouse pointer and try to click it now, then means when I hold down the button, it will be red color. That is active. That means currently it is going to visit it. That is active. When I move the mouse outside it and release it, it will be normal. Active color will be visible when you hold down the key on that particular link. That is the active color. General color you cannot change in HTML. Later you can change it to CSS. As of now you have only two colors, visited color and active color. And observe when I click on this Microsoft, then that link is visited here. It is visited now. Microsoft is visited. After visiting Microsoft, I will go back now. When I go back, its color also changed. Because visited colors links are different, so that they will tell that these topics you already visited, these topics are not. So that is marked for visited, that is colors. But remember, you cannot change the color for ordinary link. For that we have different options to define. Here you can have only two options, a link and v link. You have to define that in the body section. A link, active link, some red color I given. So V link, visited link, some gray color I have defined. These are the active and visited links. Active and visited links. These are active and visited links. How we can configure and define. But how to create links later I will tell you. Temporarily I am giving here href http://www.amazon.in. This is Amazon. That is one link. And we have another link. href is equal to http microsoft.com, and this is Microsoft, and body close. That's how it looks. So this, because you can practice this only when you have links, and you can see the difference only when there are links. These are all the attributes. These are all the attributes and options in the body section. Body section related attributes. So now inside the body section, you have a lot of contents. Inside the body section, you have a lot of contents. So actually, generally, these are all the elements in the body attributes. Finally, what are the attributes? So body tag attributes. Final list I am giving. So what are those? BG color. So text, background, align, v-link, a-link, and we have left margin. So right margin, bottom margin, and the top margin, all these are there. These are all the attributes that we have discussed. So how to design the body tag. Now inside the body section, again, how we can present the content. That means inside the body, so many options will be there. Paragraphs, headings, and several new contents are introduced into body. That we will see in our next session. In the next session, we will see what is in the body section. In the body section, how to present different contents, layouts, and other options, right? That we will discuss in the next. And from tomorrow, we have no sessions. So on Dasara, so we have holidays from tomorrow onwards. Our next session will be on Monday. Majority of all the sessions will not be there. So majority of the faculties are taking leave on Dasara, right? And so tomorrow onwards, no session. Again, our session will be on Monday. And from Monday, we are going to discuss more things and understand everything, right? Yeah.